hits the line. Los Angeles Clippers facing the New York Knicks. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Now, here's Hart. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bridges. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
Towns for 3. Some nice passing by New York here. Shoots over Zubac. And Towns gets it to go.
Is the mid-range for Mr. Towns part of the game? You bet.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Now, he couldn't have been more complimentary about Kawhi Leonard. After some injury issues, he's now back to being the best guy on the floor most of the time. Coach said slowing him down is like trying to hold back an avalanche with a shovel. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Well, this is what makes Towns so dangerous. Pick and roll, pick and pop. He can take you either way off that screen.
Zubac's no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And the dunk by Towns.
You call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
Bogdanovich wide open. Sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Brunson. Back to Anunoby. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson.
Boy, how do you match up with OG Anunoby's length and athleticism? This guy is going to be able to get shots off because of both of those.
Now Brunson. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
And Bogdanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here is Hart. Down low. Back to Brunson. Outside, Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Hart. Now here's Brunson. New York needs to get off a shot. Towns for 3. Drills it from outside. Towns has got 9.
The defense must chase Karl Anthony Towns off that three-point line. This guy is such a great jump shooter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Hart. Still yet to score. The blocking foul is called as the shot goes down.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
Now here's Harden. Screen by Jones. To the paint. Rebounded by Hart.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
For New York, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Now, here's Hart. Still without a basket. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Brunson. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Pass to Dunn. There's the drive. And so it's New York with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi.
8.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
Clippers trail by 12. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the reports. Pass to Towns. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history. If Brunson sees any daylight, he's going to attack. Did just that on the drive.
Here's Simmons. Back to Eubanks. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Eubanks got 4 points this quarter.
And that's a good shot for him. He can shoot it over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Teams changing it up here. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 14. Back to Zubac. Reverses. count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
If you're going to foul Ivica Zubac, you better really foul him. This guy's got great strength.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Zubac, no good on the free throw. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside for Robinson. Shot clock at 5. Achua. And he drops it in from the low post. Achua's got the lead up to 14 now for New York. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Brunson outside. Back to Bridges. Shot clock at 6.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman Powell to get with his man and contest shots? That's good.
From deep Harden. Robinson pulls it in. The Knicks leading by 12. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes play. And finished off by Robinson.
The defense trying to get physical with Mr. Robinson, and he's all about that. Go ahead.
For New York, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Brunson outside. To the inside. The dunk by Achua.
That how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Here they are, fans. Put your hands together.
Clippers trail by 16. Screen by Zubac. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And that's now 6 points for Ivica Zubac. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brunson with it. 6 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. Towns wide open. Good on the three-point shot. Towns has got 16 points.
Karl-Anthony Towns, such a great jump shooter. Doesn't take him any time to get set up.
Zubac. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
That free throw, no good. That one misses. It could go. That shot off. And so it's the New York Knicks out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We come back right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league? Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Bogdanovich, no luck. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 19. And Jones has it in the corner. And the Clippers miss again.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Pass to Brunson. Hart, wide open. He fires. Offline with his three. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 5.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Anunoby outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Towns. Takes a 3. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Pass to Bridges. Towns in the corner. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Right side, Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Harden. Baseline jumper. Anunoby sends it back.
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet, 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
Back to Harden. There's the pick. Fires from deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market. Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. Pass to Bridges. Brunson with it. And here is Anunoby. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal
Chris
foul.
Dunn picks one up.
Second team foul.
And with each passing season, DB, OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat and offensive rebound and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
Al Harden, 6 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point land, Robinson pulls it in. New York leading by 16. Here's Hart. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Sinks the three-pointer. Hart's got 5 now.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And so it's New York with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They're deep.
The Clippers, 30.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. New York with the ball. They have a 19-point lead. Brunson outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
It's Powell on the wing. Clippers moving the ball around. Eubanks, no good. The Knicks leading by 21. Pass to Brunson. Inside. Robinson. Out to Bridges. Robinson down low. Goes back up. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Bridges with the board. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Now here's Harden. For 3. Drops in the tray.
Oh, my goodness. From the next zip code, James Harden.
To the middle. Here's
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Leonard with the bucket.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Brunson outside. Pass to Robinson. It falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson.
Well, exactly where you want Robinson taking advantage offensively. Use the length and size to score inside.
Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Leonard. Harden looking it over. Launches a 3. No good. New York leading by 19 points. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Brunson, left side. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Hart, no good. Clippers trail by 21. Harden outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
3 points.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for New York.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Harden, no good. So it's New York now. Over to the wing. Here's Achua. And another three for New York.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you can see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Brunson. Plays it up and banks it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And here's Harden for three. Unable to get that one. So no problem for New York as they get